Alrighty.
Well, glad you made it, Pete.
Me too.
Hey, Mark.
Yes.
Any objection to Ethan having his computer once his chores are done?
No objection.
Thank you.
I need just a few minutes to finish some last minute things here before we dig in.
Yeah, we just squealed into the house about 10 minutes ago, so.
Nice. So, as I recall, at the end of last session, we were going to follow the images in Arissa's dream down into the tunnels again, or is that still the case?
I think I'm not sure who you're asking.
Let's just throwing it out there. Anybody that remembers, because that's my memory. Last I recall was that we were going to go get Pete's character and then give him the item that was given to us to give to him, and then we were going to go back down to those tunnels. You had a dream that somehow related to the tunnels below the keep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds familiar to me.
I guess got to find Veritan and do whatever we do.
I need to roll up my new temporary character as well. And I've been bouncing around different ideas. I just can't settle on one yet.
Okay.
Mark, what's the role system for the characters? I'll roll in the fantasy grounds forward there.
Oh, that's a very good question. I think it roll 4 drop the lowest.
I
What do you have
remember
on
we
the-
were dropping ones before, or re-rolling ones,
Yeah, the one
and then I
the one
think
that
it
you
was
have on
roll
the tra-
4.
the one that you have on the trailing stars document is roll 3d6, reroll ones and twos.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. 3d6 and re-rolls and 2s. Okay, I'm just going to roll those quickly now, and then
Mhm.
so 6 times. And
Yeah, if you want
see
to
what
take
we get.
cool. If you want to take a minute to do that and talk amongst yourself, or just give me like 3 or 4 more minutes here, and
Oh, nice start.
Good one.
nice.
I'm glad I get to re-roll once. And we roll 2s. So,
Let me know when you're done and I'll roll mine.
oh, for goodness sake. Ah, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more set to go. Then let me calculate them all before you roll yours, please. Oof.
Come on. A chance for a really good one.
I'm glad we're re-rolling 1s and 2s. That would have been a nightmare on us.
Yeah, that would have been tough.
So it's a 17, a 11, a 14, a 13, a 13, and a 14. Yep. Okay, I'm done. Thanks.
Too bad.
I think the dice are not on our side today. I'm glad we're getting all these rolls out of the way at the start of the session.
That's what I was thinking. Wow. The preponderance of ones is crazy.
Just imagine if they're all 6s instead. Oh, my first character before
I will
Vartan.
patiently take a 14.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Character before Vartan had horrific stats, and then Vartan had absolutely colossal stats. Now this one I've got now seems kind of okay, but could have been better.
Middle of the road, kind of. Come on, you're due a big number here.
Well, that's abysmal.
Could have been better.
Best one I got is the 15.
What's the worst you have? 12.
10.
You have a 10, okay.
So there goes charisma. And who needs intelligence?
I guess it really depends on what you're trying to do. You said you were going to be some kind of fighter rogue or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. I don't see a 10. Did you? I don't see a 10. Are you sure you didn't have a larger number than that? I don't see a 10. Which one was it?
Is it an 11?
You got a 14, and then
The last one.
Oh well, the last one. 3, 4, and 3. Yeah, there it is. I'm so sorry, missed it.
That's okay. I'm glad you double checked me.
Yeah. Actually, you don't have to take that one because that was a 7th roll. I think. Yeah, you get an 8 on your first 3 roll, another 8 on the next one, a 9, a 6, a 15, and a 13. So
No, she had an 8, a 9, a 6, a 15, and 13.
Yeah, you
1,
got 3.
2,
Whenever you roll the 3
3.
dice, right? You got 1. So you got an 8, a 9,
Where are
a
you seeing the
6,
second 8?
15, and a 13.
The 8
Oh,
before
oh.
that was 9.
Yep, that's yours. My apologies. Apparently, I'm not quite awake yet.
We're both good at
Okay.
rolling 8s.
Yeah, you're right. Oh well. Your race will bump some of those up, though, at least.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. I just rolled the numbers. I haven't even decided anything. I'm just using
What
hold.
classes have we
Placeholder.
got so far? I was
What's
leaning
that?
towards. We had an illusionist. I know that.
Yep.
What else did we have?
I think that's it.
I was going to lean toward damage dealer.
Yeah. I was leaning towards paladin before, but you really need at least 2 decent stats to make that happen. Yeah.
I saw that and downloaded that Crusader's Companion. Are we using that as well? That you know of? It's got like all the homebrew classes and stuff.
Which book? The Player Archive.
No, the Crusader's Companion. I didn't use anything from it, but it's got a lot of extra stuff in there in case we are using it.
I don't know. I've got the Player Archive, which is the new book that has all the classes from all the books in. So I was looking for that.
Yeah, I think that Crusader's Companion is just a compilation of like house rules and stuff.
Oh, what did he say the gold was? That was something D6 as well. I should roll that while I'm at it. 1d6 times 100. The gold. I'll roll that now. Hey!
Nice, there's your 6.
guess I could go straight cleric.
Do that.
Are we concentrating on rolling new characters, or are we still waiting for Mark?
Well, while waiting for Mark, I'm just getting stuff done.
Both.
So, Pete, how is that Primal Druid playing? I looked at that. And that looked kind of fun. How is that playing?
Oh, I love it. I love it. It's a fun class. Except I don't know whether I'm going to get a chance to do some of the. Well, it's very early in the campaign. We're only level 1. We've only had 2 sessions, so I don't have a chance to do any of the cool stuff where takes over an area or anything like that. It comes at higher level. But my interpretation of the character, which was confirmed by Steve when I played it in one of his games, is that the Primal Druid doesn't need to choose their spells. They just have the whole pool of Druid spells that they can cast from.
Yep.
Each day.
That's always sweet.
Which is a really nice touch. And that's what drew me into it. But yeah, it's a nice, flexible class. It's got a few really twisted, really powerful low-level spells that I haven't really abused yet.
Yeah, it definitely has a nice flavor.
I abused one of them in Steve's game where he had a bunch of creatures attacking us from some trees, and there's one spell called, what's it called? Open pit or something like that. It just opens open sinkhole, I think it's called. Just opens this massive hole in the ground, and I just cast it underneath one of the tree roots and drop the tree into the clearing, along with everything that was in the tree.
Nice.
And after that, he decided that the rest of the game that we were playing, he had the forest kind of shooing the party in one way or another to get us away from the forest, because it just didn't want to mess with us anymore. It's quite fun.
I can't say you blame him after that, right?
But he makes really nice one shots. Apparently, he's running for ludicrous amounts of players as well. He's running like a game with like 15 people around the table. That's a one shot at a conference.
A big group.
Hey, I got a question for y'all's. I'm looking at I wanted to sift through the classes and races, but I'm not seeing anything here in Fantasy Grounds. Do we not have those books loaded anymore?
You know, the 7th edition is available for free. 7th edition Play at Home book, yeah.
Yeah, they're loaded. I mean, I'm looking at mine. Adventures, backpacks, there, Player's Handbook, Castle Keeper's Guide. They're all in there.
Where are you finding them?
Under the Character tab, and then Classes, and then there's races below that.
I've got nothing.
Go to all. Is your library loaded, or it shouldn't? I always thought that the DM loaded the library.
Yeah, I see them as well. Right on the tabs on the right-hand side, right at the bottom. What's the last entry you see on the right?
So Jen, if you
Jen, I think you're under Snow Quilter. You may need to tab on Arista. Click on the portrait up top there. Maybe that's a difference. I don't know. But you've got an unnamed character there.
Yeah, that's the new character I'm trying to create.
Oh, we're creating them in here, are we?
I did.
Okay. I thought we were creating them elsewhere. Okay. I will create one in here then.
Maybe it's because Arista's loaded too. I don't know.
That seems strange, though.
It does. You're right. It does seem strange. I don't know why that would be, but I don't have a better idea. Maybe dump out, come back in, and just launch the unnamed one first. And see
if I click on Classes, I get a window that has nothing in it.
What if you click on Arista and then click on Classes? Do you have anything then?
Nope.
Okay. Golly, that is weird. I don't know. Maybe, like I say, just dump out and try to come back in with just the unnamed character and see if that makes a
Yeah, I'll
difference.
do that.
That is very strange.
You'd expect that I wouldn't have to come in with any character at all.
You would, yeah. I don't know that I think this is going to make a difference, but I can't think of anything else to try yet. Especially since Pete's got them and I've got them. It's clearly they are loaded from Mark's end of things. So I don't know why you don't have access.
Well, that's incredibly frustrating.
Do you have it?
Nope.
Okay. Did you update everything? No, you had to come in. That's right.
I'll have to figure it out later.
Let me look and see if I can find anything.
And what's even weirder is over in my chat window, it says Castles and Crusades Legacy Rule Set for Fantasy Grounds and Core RPG Rule Set for Fantasy Grounds. And then it even says that it's loaded the CNC official decal, which is there.
Let me see if I can't find something here. Thread.
I also don't have any of the spells. I have the spells that we've entered, but none of the standard book of spells.
When you go, you see the tab for library. When you click on that, what you have in the modules? Click on modules.
Nothing.
Huh. That's the problem. I don't know what's causing the problem. I don't know if it's an option for Mark to force them out to you or not, but yeah, you're supposed to have those modules in there. Let's see.
Hey, Mark, is everything okay?
Yes, it's fine. You need some help with something, or I'm wrapping up.
No, okay. We're just wondering how you were doing.
Jen, what if you go back out and come back in as just Arista, and then try to launch another character sheet then. Does that make any difference? Just reading through these threads here, and there's nothing definitive, but that's basically what I did. I launched my character initially and then another character sheet.
So I'm sorry, what is it that Jen's having trouble with?
The modules aren't loading for her. She doesn't have access to any of the books, basically.
But what is she trying to do?
Well, she's working on her alt character. So she's trying to build the character,
Right.
fill out the character sheet.
So Jen, what class are you trying to be? Oh, gone for good.
I don't know yet. That's what I was trying to look at.
So if you, okay, on your right hand side, do you see a bunch of icons under car?
Yes.
Okay, do you see the one that looks like a Captain America shield, sort of?
Yes.
And you click that, and what comes up?
I get a window that says classes and has nothing in it.
Nothing in it. Okay. And under group, you have all?
I don't have one called group.
Up at the very top, there's a drop down called group.
No.
Okay. And you have come out and gone back into Fantasy Grounds?
Twice.
Yeah. And you updated your client, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So when you say group, I have tool, library, player, campaign, and character. Where does group fall in there?
No, the window that pops up when you click on the Captain America shield says classes is the name of the window.
Yes, now I understand what you say.
And then there's a drop down called group.
Yes.
And there's nothing in that drop down?
I can choose from that drop-down either all or uncategorized, but either one that I choose, nothing populates in the box below.
I see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she said she has nothing in the modules. Under the library tab, the modules are empty.
Okay.
And in that one, I just have 2 blank windows under modules and a button that says activation. Oh, wait a minute.
Gonna change?
So
No, but I can load all of the modules.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Why aren't they automatically loading?
That's a good question. But if you can manually do it, right? That's what you're saying. You can actually click on them and it activates them.
I'll see if it does. Hey, I got classes. Now I manually loaded everything.
All right. At least it's fixed. We don't know why it was broken, but at least it's fixed.
Yeah, that's going to be really frustrating.
She just got a new computer and is reloaded Fantasy Grounds here recently. So probably between that point and now, she's never had to gone in and reconfigure the local installation for that client.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right. Whew.
Thank you, everyone.
No problemo. Okay. Well, I am ready to go whenever you are. So I'm happy if you guys want to finish loading out the new characters.
Nope, I'm not going to bother with it right now.
Okay.
We were just mostly rolling the dice that we were publicly rolling.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't need to publicly roll.
And yet we did. We're keeping it all on the up and up, man.
I always prefer to openly roll because, I'm always afraid of getting something awesomely good and then just having people get skeptical about it.
Yeah, call
So
shenanigans.
you've got to take the good with the bad.
John Dim.
Yeah, my new character is not going to be nearly as nice as Arista.
Well, that's something to look forward to.
It's just the way that the dice fell.
Oh, I thought you meant like her demeanor's not going to be as nice.
No. I mean, Arista has an 18, a 16, a 15, a 14, a 13, and a 10.
Wow.
But the new character is a 15, a 14, a 13, a 13, a 12, and a 10. So nothing. The new character stats, two of them start out two of Arista's stats are higher than the highest stat on the new character.
Yeah.
Well,
I just missed out on that really high one.
Yeah.
Yeah, the rest are fairly comparable, but yeah, that high one would have been nice. I don't think I got a high one either. I think my highest was a 16.
these are all still well above average characters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they are.
Take the ones and twos away, absolutely. It's definitely going to be. I think it's like an average of 14.
Well, they're well above average characters, but are they well above average heroes?
I need a hero.
Depends on how you define hero.
The hell, I'm not carrying anything yet. It already says burden for the character. How are you doing hit points for the new characters? Max or max first level and roll, or
max first level, and then I think we rolled. So
I'll do those as well on here. Oh man. That's gonna hurt. Oh,
what kind of character is he?
A cleric. Just decided to go bog standard cleric. Dwarf cleric. Yeah, anyway, I'm ready when you are. Don't worry, I've just noodling here. I'll do the rest another time.
Okay. So I think we should probably try to revisit where we ended last time. I know we had returned to the keep. I know Tor was visited by a very powerful dream, and he was elevated from mere cleric to divine knight. And then Priest had fallen ill, and one of his first actions as a divine knight to prove his worth was to heal.
Yep.
Priest.
We did the here. And then we did the create food and water for both Arista and I went to, once we healed Priest, we did the create food and water for the group of folks that were there at the chapel, as the sick folks as well. And then after that, I thought I remembered that we were going to follow up on Arista's dream as well, but I'm not sure about that.
Mm-hmm. Does she remember what her dream was?
Yeah,
I
that
know
was
what
the thing about the bones. That's all I remember.
yeah, she told me something about the steps. You know, the steps leading into the castle or into the keep. That the steps disappeared and actually, you know, went down below into the warren or tunnels down below the castle.
Right.
Yeah, they seem to be like they were covered over or built over, and um yeah, and something to do with that old wizard's tower.
Okay. So I would say at this point, you will. Let's see. Would that have been day, night? I don't recall what point in the day that session ended.
It was we were just coming out of the keep because we were discussing the dreams that we just have had. So probably no later than midday, but I could have lost track of time.
Right. No, I think midday seems right. So, at some point, Alkeus will uh, find you and report that he has been called away by an old friend and for some sort of emergency, and he won't say what, and he will take his leave. And he didn't indicate when he would be back, but that he hoped to be back before too long.
Well, I'll bid him fair travels and looking forward to the time that we meet again.
And with a flash, he'll be gone. Uh, Zorak will probably just continuously be drunk or hungover. I think most of this time, and just looking for, you know, the next time we're gonna be doing something where he can kill things.
Okay.
So, what do we want to do?
I want to go back down into the basement if I can convince anybody to go with me.
Yeah, I'll go with. Yeah, we were gonna go find Veritan, but yeah, I'll definitely go with.
Vartan was heading down there anyway, so we'll meet up with you guys when you head down. But Vartan needs to be down there to reset a mark on the wall so we can portal back here in the future.
All
On
right.
the other hand, I think Mark was kind of planning on us going into the cavern. So if he is not prepared for us to go into the basement, I'm okay going
Well,
to the
we
cavern.
have to go to the basement because I have to put a mark downstairs because otherwise we don't have a quick way to get back to the keep in the future. Unless I
Okay.
put a mark somewhere else, but I very, very, very much want to put it back in the basement.
So then when we meet down there, just when we first see each other, I'll pass you a parchment, a scroll, or you know, some form of you know communication that I was given by I believe it's Priest to pass to you.
To me?
Yes.
Okay. I will take a look at my scroll, think.
But I have to admit that Arista and I did take a peek, but we couldn't make anything out. So hopefully we didn't violate any trust or anything. We just were
Hopefully it means
making
more
sure.
to me than it does to you.
Clearly, clearly.
So what interesting things that's on this scroll?
It seems to contain a recipe. If you gather a certain kind of flower that is known to grow nearby, you are able to create a healing potion. Quite bitter, but heals as if it were a potion of lesser healing. And it does not take very long to produce. Oh my gosh, there we go. Whew.
Cool, yes, my potions. I nearly forgot about them, to be honest. Glad you remembered.
Yeah.
What we were rolling.
That's my hit dice for the other character.
Yeah, that's my last two as well. Last two left. I had accidentally thought that we were doing max, so I just re-rolled them.
Okay, so scroll. I'm looking for the map.
Yep, it's called Underground A.
A.
Yeah. I'm looking for it under A, not underground. That's my problem. Okay, so did we set the room?
I set the room.
And have we gone past where I think that grate might be? I don't think so. Is it? It's way over where the pipes are, right?
It's where that pink hash is. Can you see a pink hash on the map?
Yes, yes. And so should we look up it again?
We can.
Yeah, I think there's something to be seen over here. I'm gonna go that way. Anyone coming with me?
Yeah, all right,
I'll come.
Join you.
Sorry, can come with us, right?
In his inebriated state, we're not sure how much good he'll be, though, right?
Well, we might be able to convince him to go up one of those things.
Yeah, that's clear. Go ahead, Zorak.
I'm not sure if you'll fit.
Maybe Sora could go ahead of me through the doorway.
Now, these doors to these rooms, they were originally closed, and you had opened them when you passed through. Are you
Yes.
closing them behind you as you go, or are these all just left open?
As we go north this time, we are leaving them open because we haven't got our rogue with us to lock them, have we?
Nope. He had left for the time being.
Well, there you go. So I'm gonna just keep sending Sorak through doorways. All right, Sorak. So you see those pipes up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta investigate them real careful, like.
Why did I suddenly get a turn? Did someone roll initiative? No, I'm freaking out.
No. I'm sorry. I'm just cleaning up. Taking Alkias off the rolls for the moment.
Okay.
He did. Elkias is off the combat tracker. Yeah, right there, Sorak. Yeah, that's it. Uh-huh.
All right, hold there.
What do you
hold
see
there.
up there? Well, don't be bashful, Veritan.
Oh, you guys squeezed up the pipe ahead of me, didn't you?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a very narrow pipe, so there's no way you're
Sorry,
getting
my bad.
through that with. No,
Well,
that's fine,
yeah.
but you're gonna have to take your armor off.
No, I did
I
not
got
know
no
it was a
problem with
pipe.
that.
I will not be doing that.
Okay.
Varatan is very slender and has been up there once with his armor, but
Yes.
he's not keen on going up there again. But he's willing to go. If Arista wants to go, he will offer the same as he put on himself last time, and cast fold space on anyone going up. And not that he saw anything up there last time, so it should be safe.
Okay, wait a minute.
Last time it was empty. There were just some piles of bones. Felt really creepy, but
So I'm gonna roll for Sorak. If I roll a 2, I convince him to take off his armor. Or not only do I convince him to take off his armor, but he decides he's gonna strip down naked because he's that
oh,
inebriated.
really?
If I roll a 1, then Mark gets to decide whether or not he takes off his armor. Fair enough?
What are you rolling? A D2?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a 50-50 chance here.
Okay.
Oh, Mark decides.
Oh, let me see. He
You can even decide to just roll a different way.
no, you know what? He's the one thing that is not in short supply here is the booze, and they do have quite a bit of the Holmgren ale, and they don't seem to be rationing that at all. So Sorek has dug deep into the keg of ale last night and is still a little bit hungover. So yeah, I think he would probably strip down to his dwarven boxers.
Okay, so I will drag his armor through the pipe behind him so he can put it back on.
Well, it's not a big room.
Yeah.
Going to be getting dressed in and then get undressed just to go out of it again. If there was anything in the room, would he have time to get dressed? I'm not seeing too much value in that.
Well,
unless you find a secret door up there that I missed.
Right, and it's not. You can't just put on that armor like throwing on a t-shirt and shorts. It takes a while. It's a good 15-20 minutes.
Okay.
There's buckles and there's many layers for plate. You get all the padding underneath.
What weapon has he got? Does his axe fit up there? I guess that would.
His axe, boy, I don't know. Yeah, because his axe wouldn't be any wider than he is.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much time you really want to spend here.
You see that pink stuff there, Sorak?
Well, hold on. By the time you're getting ahead of me a little bit. So when you first get up here, or even before it, as you're starting to climb up through that tunnel, that little tunnel, you start to feel a sense of foreboding and sort of a chillness that passes through your body, like a chill wind, and it gets very strong when you get up into this area. So when you get to the top, give me a will save. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm thinking wrong system. Constitution save. Oof. Okay. And that is not prime. Okay. Rissa, you.
I would have said will. It wouldn't will normally be wisdom, or is it like a smell,
Yeah,
more of a
yes.
smell or something?
No, you're right. Will would be
Mental
fortitude.
will, I'd say.
Yeah, no, I meant will. Well, all right. Just re-roll it as a wisdom save, Jen. Ooh, even better. Well, at least it's prime. That doesn't help. Okay.
The 14.
You
But
start
it
to
probably wouldn't have helped.
you start to feel a sense of foreboding, and this sense of fear overcomes you, and suddenly you begin to act with fright at everything. And at this point, you're not even sure if you really want to be up here.
Oh, I'm foreboding.
Nice.
I'm sorry. I should be more reverent here.
Clearly a method actor.
All right, so can you just get this over with so we can get out of here?
But they don't have one called. Oh, frightened. Yes. Sorry.
What's he even looking for up there?
Yeah, exactly. So, Sorak, perhaps due to his inebriation, seems to just shake it off, and the cold wind doesn't even seem to affect him. Although, if you look maybe a little closer, you could see some goosebumps on his dwarven skin. When you look,
he's cold.
Yeah, it is dark in here, but he does have the dark vision, and as he looks up, he does see grates where the pink grate symbol is. But if you recall too, the ground is just littered in about a foot of bones of all sizes, maybe child-sized, adult-sized. Some look perhaps more like orc. Most of them look like human.
I didn't recall, but thanks for reminding me. Okay, so you see grates.
Yep, he does see grates up at the top. There's a tall shaft there. So where the round area is, um, the ceiling of this section up to where the round circle is, the black round circle, is about 8 feet high. But then where the round circle is, you see a shaft that leads straight upward for about 40 feet. And at the top, there's a grate that appears covered, so there's no light peeking through.
You should totally go look closer. I'll stand back here. I'll cover you.
Okay, and what do you want him to look at?
I want him to see if there's any way to climb up.
Okay. Give me another wisdom check. Oof. Okay, now I need a constitution check.
This is like rolling the new character. What is going on here?
Oh, man.
Yeah, suddenly you feel like you've just been crushed by some sort of unseen force. And the light just sort of dims slowly. And you feel nothing but an oppressive force sort of crushing you downward. And you feel barely able to move. So at this point, you can barely move, moving at half speed, and you are blind. You feel like something is trying to crush your soul.
Sorak? Is there anything?
I don't see nothing. There's just a shaft. I feel like maybe there's a wind. Is there a wind down here?
A what?
A wind? Starting to feel a
I
little
don't
cold.
know.
I think maybe I want to put my clothes back on.
Yeah. Could you think maybe we could get out of here?
After you?
Yeah, I might need a hand.
Sure. What do you want me to do?
Can you
Throw
just help
throw you
me in?
down there?
Yeah, just help me in. Feet first.
Feet first. All right. He will sort of give you a shove.
So as I get in there, do I feel better?
Nope. You feel like you are sort of sickened by some sort of uh, foul spirit.
I'm gonna go slump in the corner.
So I'll move over to her, and I'll kneel down and I'll attempt to discern what is what's the issue, what's causing the problem.
Can you?
I don't
Oh,
feel so good.
Sora.
I can't see anything.
Sora can
Vartan's
detect heat. Go ahead.
Vartan was going to move over to the pipe and cover it with his spear.
Okay. Is sphere?
Spear.
Spear. Oh, I'm sorry, spear. Yeah, Sorak is slowly coming out of his stupor, and he's saying, "There's something wrong here. You are detecting there's very strong ancient evil."
I am?
Yes.
Are we affected at all by it in here?
Nope. Sorak seemed to have shrugged it off, whatever that effect is. And I know
Yeah, I don't feel so good.
Tor said he was sort of checking her out. Or what do you
Yes.
have in terms of?
Well, I basically I have access to. It's a flexible casting class, so I have access to the full list. So I'm really just trying to determine what it is that's affecting her. If it's magic, um, like okay, I'll tell you what. I'll cast the detect magic spell first and see if
Okay,
that gleans me any information, and then we'll go from there.
right. And you detect a slight trace of magic, um, but mostly, yeah. We'll
I
leave it at
kind of
that.
hope so. I mean, I'm a wizard.
Okay, so can I tell if anything persistent is causing her issue? I'll continue to concentrate.
Um, you, well, between you and Sorak, you get the sense that she has been sort of tainted or touched now, and a perhaps something evil and malignant is now trying to take control of her.
Not again. After the thing in the cavern.
Would that would I have a sense of whether that what would need to be what it would take to remove that? Would be like a remove curse or restoration spell or something?
Remove curse would probably work. Yeah, actually, either of those.
Okay, hang on. I'm gonna see if I have access to the darn thing.
Um, I do. It's a third level spell. Okay, so that'll cost me 4 points. So kneeling, I will present the holy symbol I carry that I wear around my neck and invoke a prayer of purification over Arista, and I will attempt to cast the remove curse spell upon her person. okay. Um, Let's think. Yeah, I don't think there's sort of it's not really resistible, or there's no save required, I guess. So I mean, technically there's a save, but I don't see a reason why Arista would resist it at all. So
Yeah, I don't plan on resisting it.
yeah. So as you begin to cast and call upon, oh, his name escapes me.
Tubos.
Kubos.
Tubos.
Yeah. You see sort of little wisps of blackness, almost like smoke, beginning to sort of dissipate from Arista, and her skin color, which had been sort of pallid and white and washed out, suddenly begins to pinken up and return to normal. And you almost hear a slight moan as these wisps sort of disappear into thin air.
Okay, so I will look her in the eyes and say, "How do you feel now?"
Can I see him?
You can see him. The blindness sort of fades from your eyes, and that sense of foreboding, it's slightly still there, but that crushing feeling has dissipated.
I feel better.
It would appear that you had been cursed in some fashion. What did you touch anything, interact with anything in yon room?
Nope. Just went in there. Sorak, how come nothing happened to you?
'Cause I'm drunk? 'Cause I'm a dwarf? 'Cause I worship my deity, whose name I also forget?
Oh, he has been drinking.
Oh, excellent.
Maybe it's
Oh,
because I'm arcane.
could be. So there were no strange writings or unusual objects or anything within the room. What did you see?
I couldn't see anything, but Sorak did see stuff. He saw great.
Zorak was looking upward mostly and saw a sort of a hole leading 40 feet upward with a grate at the top that was covered, and just nothing but bones on the floor. Lots of skulls. Maybe some
So
baby
bones and
skulls.
oh my. So bones and skulls littering the floor of the room that they were in, but or the shaft.
Littering the floor. So there's the floor. When you get up past the up through the shaft, you look about and the floor is just covered almost a foot thick in bones here and there. You
I'm
can
more certain than ever that the great in my dream is real and exists, but I don't know that it should be uncovered.
Well, the fact that the room beyond is littered with bones and skulls, some of which are infant, is obviously disturbing. The fact that you have a dream that correlates those details is extra disturbing. So there is definitely something that needs to be investigated. And I look at Sorak for um, what I assume will be confirmation from him, but I look at him.
Yeah.
I'm concerned that my dream is a warning that whatever is in there is attempting to break through and is close to it.
That could be, but it would seem that such a warning would only occur if there were an impending chance of us going in there. And at this point, that was not on our radar, or I should say, that was not on our horizon for to do such a thing. What's that?
That's not on our 5-year plan. Not on our radar.
Right.
But maybe what's happening in the area has to do with it.
It could be. I fear that we haven't enough information to make an accurate assessment, but it does remain that there is something clearly an existential evil beyond the shaft, or up in the shaft, and at some point needs to be assessed.
Well, we've asked Priest about this place several times, and he doesn't have much to tell us. I can think of only one other person to ask.
Our little woodland friend.
Uh,
No
Our
sign
swamp
of,
buddy.
no
sorry.
sign of anything nasty coming down the pipe after them.
No. Nothing visible anyway. Zorak.
Is there anything
Zorak.
inside the pipe, like written on the walls of the pipe or anything like that?
Not that you saw, although I don't think you actually took the time to inspect closely. I think
Hey,
Can I
Veritas,
check out?
anything written inside the pipe?
Can I check out the other pipes? Because I see we followed that one up, but not any of the others. Can I just try and check them out, see if there's anything in any of the other pipes?
no, they all appear roughly clear all the way up, and no writing or anything of that nature. No glyphs or anything other than sort of a smooth hewn shaft leading downward from that room. That room probably sits maybe 7 or 8 feet up. Actually, I'm sorry, more than that. It would be probably 10 feet up.
Oh, those are really steep. They're really steep pipes. Then.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure. They're not that steep. It's probably a 20, at most a 20 degree angle.
Okay, because it's 10 feet long, or just under 10 feet long in the horizontal. So
Mm-hmm.
they went up 20 feet over 10 feet. That'd be a super steep.
No, because the shafts are at about chest high, human chest high. So what is that, like 5 feet, 4.5? Now I'll say 4.5 feet off the ground, and it's a fairly gentle slope up. So
Yeah, what's you said the diameter is 2 feet, something like
yeah,
that?
yeah, roughly
Basically,
2 feet.
it's narrow. It's not like a big culvert.
Correct. As you do, the the surface seems worn smooth, like it was handmade, and it is now very I won't say polished, but it looks worn smooth.
Like it was maybe carrying liquid for some significant amount of time.
That's possible. Now,
I
so
ask Sorak if what he thinks of this smoothness. I say, is this the kind of stoneware you'd expect from water?
uh, oh, this is a good dwarven underground question. Let me see. Yeah, he'll say, yeah, it could be, but never seen an aqueduct like this. I mean, there's no catch basin. So, and up at the top, it's not like there's any kind of groove or any way to channel water. So, if it was some sort of flood relief, maybe for.
Are they flush with the floor at the top, or are they also partway up the room at the top?
They're roughly flush with the floor. So as you crawl up, when you emerge, you are right at floor level.
Okay.
So then like I said, there's probably what, an 8 foot ceiling. The walls are smooth as below, except for the ground. But the ground appeared smooth where there's not bone and crushed bone and.
Lovely. Okay.
And Sorak will remind you there was something to do with the tomb that you recently visited. the guardian outside the tomb.
Is
Presumably
that a
of
dragon?
Sorcerer.
yes of the owner, the former owner.
Oh yeah, yeah. The two and with the statues outside.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
That you rudely awoken early.
Only one of them.
Anyway.
I thought he was going to wake up anyway. I thought we were just accelerating it by some minutes rather than some hundreds of years.
Right.
Not much in it. That's all right. Get dressed anyway. Starting to disturb me, standing there in your skivvies.
Oh, all right. I am getting a little cold around here. Kind of chilly up there.
Did you find anything new? Because from what you're saying, besides this evilness, it seems like everything I said that was up there before. Huh?
Yeah, no, I didn't see anything new. I kind of reconfirmed what you had seen. But, we didn't really stay up there all that long. There's might have been something down in the floor or underneath the bones, or I didn't really get a good look at the bones either. Just saw a lot of skulls and femurs, look like.
Well, you're welcome to go back in there.
Oh, I don't think I want to go up there without wearing a little more. Maybe if I
Yeah,
go
so
back and get my long johns.
yeah, so
I think
about that.
next time, maybe I can portal us all up. If I can look up the tube, I can see the wall, but then we can all portal in. But what are we going to do once we're in there? The only way out easily is to portal us out. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd be reluctant to burn all my portals for the day like that. But it's possible if we really all wanted to get up there and have a poke around. But I don't see much value in it based on what we've seen.
I'm concerned that we do more, that we shouldn't do any more in here without knowing more about it. Because what if we accidentally release something? There was an adventuring party that I knew once, and there had been a boarded up wall. And, well, they insisted on breaking it down and going in, and they all died, except me.
You told us that's why we didn't break down any other boarded up walls lately.
Right. And I'm kind of concerned that this is a little like a boarded up wall.
Yeah, I don't like the way that you were affected when you.
Right. But I wonder what keeps whatever that thing is from coming down the pipe itself.
My spear. I give it another experimental jab towards the tunnel. But then it could come down any time for us.
I mean, why did the grate have to be covered, but not the pipe?
Well, the doors were closed until we opened them.
Maybe, but would a door keep something like that out?
Well, like a curse. I don't think curses go walking around too often.
Well, I suggest that we go to see Evander to find out if he knows anything about this.
Evander is who?
You've not met our swamp friend.
No. I've not met a swamp friend.
Well, Evander is wise and incorporeal.
And lives in a lake.
He lives in a swamp, and you summon him by putting a little totem on his little post. And if you're nice, you'll take the totem off so he's not stuck there waiting.
Is it a swamp or is it really more of a lake? I always thought it was just a lake in a forest.
Yeah, it's more of a lake.
Yeah.
It's not just an invisible friend. He actually exists.
He exists. He exists. He gives us some advice from time to time, but it's
I suppose it
way
depends
out
on
of
your
our way.
definition of exists. Like-
Outside the parameters of your mind, I guess.
Yes,
Not
yes,
meaning
yes, he does.
I see. Well,
Either that,
But-
or we are experiencing collective psychoses, and sharing them with strangers. So, because we're apparently not the only ones to have ever met Evander. Wasn't it Priest that first introduced us to him?
Yes. But I'm not keen to go so far out of our way just to ask him about this one room. It needs
Where
to be
does he
Well,
something
and
special.
seeing as this room's been here a long time, I suspect that whatever is going on here can wait.
Yeah.
where does the vendor reside? Where it's this lake or swamp?
It's in the forest to the northwest of here.
How many days travel?
It
Normal.
usually takes us, what, a couple of days, I think, by the time we get there and back.
I thought it was like half a day.
Half a day. I can't even remember.
Well, I still keep coming back to the fact that that someone or something felt it imperative for you, or it's to have a dream about this, and whether we interpret it as a warning or as a welcome, I guess that remains to be seen. But it definitely is of some significance, and now that I see the place, it is certainly somewhere that at some point, preferably sooner rather than later, I feel needs to be dealt with. Perhaps not right now, though.
Well, there are more doors down here, but now Alcius has left us. I don't know how we're going to open them.
Yeah, that would definitely be made easier by someone of his skill.
Right. So,
But
yeah.
Also,
Yes.
the caverns would be made easier by a person of his ilk as well.
My impression of where this guy is, and correct me if I'm wrong, is if you go to Trailing Star's current location map, I believe he's somewhere near the O's of Wood, which would certainly put him a lot further away than the caverns. And the caverns take us some hours to get to, so I'm pretty sure it was a day out and a day back at least.
So you said
Maybe.
somewhere near the O's in Wood.
That's what I think. Mark, is that about right?
Yeah, that's not far off. And remember, the last time you were there, you had a guide, and
Yeah.
you almost got sidetracked and waylaid by a trap of some sort on your way.
Kind of get lost, and it gets a bit wiggly. There's some sort of distortion there where you think that you're walking, but you're actually going around in circles.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes,
yeah.
but now I have a spell that keeps us from doing that.
That is probably
Yes.
true.
But yeah, I'd say it's about a day there and a day back. Is that correct,
Yep.
Mark?
Yep, no, that's about right.
Yeah. So it's not.
Additionally, it's on our way to Womford. Just saying.
So that is to say that the next time we're heading to Womford to take a sidetrack to Evander, or that we are heading to Womford now and take a sidetrack to Evander.
I thought we were going to the caverns.
As did I.
Yeah, I thought we were going to the caverns too.
So it sounds like a trip to Evander is in the future, but the caverns
Is
are
in the future, but not today.
closer.
And I
Well,
think when it's such a long journey, we want to get as much out of him as possible. He's a good source of lore, especially ancient lore of these places. That's what I understand anyway.
Well, madam, have you gleaned anything from our visit here, or have you just got more questions?
Well, more questions is having gleaned something, isn't it?
Useful, something useful moved you along your journey.
More questions. But one thing's for sure. I am no longer interested in trying to break through to the great from above.
It would be nice if there was some means of widening these pipes, but I don't think we have such a thing in our arsenal.
And I wonder if we should.
There's no longer a flow of water here. Is that right, Mark? There's no residual dampness or anything like that.
No, nothing out of that.
Okay.
No condensation. Right?
Okay, I as a player am ready to move along.
Okay. I am ready then as well.
Anybody else have any other business to do down here, or are we headed out?
No, let's head out. Can we close the doors behind us on the way back? And I propose that we don't come here again until we've got someone to help us open them.
You can lock the doors when you're in the room, but as you leave the room, you won't be able to lock the last door. So you can lock half the doors.
Yeah, that's okay.
Let's do that.
Let's lock as much as we can on the way out. And are we going to get our horses and go to the caverns? Or are we going to?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. And on the way, I'm going to look out for these herbs that I need for this potion.
Do we need to check the stash while we're down there, or is it safe?
We should look at it. At least put eyes on it.
Ooh, shiny.
Yeah. Look at it longingly. Maybe lay some out on the floor and try swimming in it. Like Scrooge McDuck.
Right.
We should consider finding a better hiding place for it, considering this place is probably going to be overrun soon enough.
What is the approximate volume of it? Are we talking about just the chest of stuff, or is it the whole room?
That's a very good question. I'm offhand. I would say there's probably a good couple chest stuff.
Yeah, if you go to the party sheet, you'll see what's in there.
Okay.
Everything that says underkeep. So at the moment, it's just the barrel of stalagmites. I've got a bunch of spare strange black feathers. So there's like 80 of those. That's all there is here, actually. The rest is
And a
in the
whole
vault.
bunch of cash.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say
a whole
where's.
bunch of cash.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
2600
gold. And
Yep.
okay, cool. Well, yeah, we can
Yeah,
probably,
we need to find somewhere else for that in the long run.
yeah, some crappy adventurers might come along here and steal our loot.
Now, as we are looking at this, I see you have 8,000 gold. It's somewhere, and then you got 2,600 that under the keep. Then
Yeah, we should probably move some of that 8,000 to under the keep.
I see that some of you amongst you collectively you're carrying 500 gold. So
What?
yeah, that's what it says. Tor has 300. Sorak has 146. Rissa, you've got 70. And poor Vartan only has 7.
Yeah, I have a lot of plat though.
Oh, that's right. Woo. Vartan's a walking money banks here.
I noticed they're carrying hundreds of thousands. So
Yeah.
decent amount of plat though.
So the first question I have is where is the 8,000 gold?
We probably should just keep it in the underkeep.
Yeah, add 8,000 of it to the underkeep, and then how many of us are left?
23.
23.
No,
If you
us
put
people. There's 4 or 5 of us.
for the
Or
moment,
there's just one.
yeah. For the moment, Alkias is not with you. It may not be for a while.
So we'll take 5 gold each and put 8,003 in the stasher.
Okay.
Can you add it for
8,000
Sorak as well, please?
63. 10,603.
You've changed it to 603.
Oh, what is this
Yeah,
thing doing to me? 10,603. There we go.
Yeah. And add 5 gold to Sorak for us, please.
Thorax.
We've got a lot of plat here as well, don't forget, guys. In the
Do we
underkeep.
need to have that writ of passage from Captain of the Guard on our person, or is that something not
We
necessary?
need that. That's how get in and get out of the keep for free without
Got it.
impedance.
Got it.
So
Yeah, I
that's
think that I'm going to do some exchange here and exchange some gold for plat. I'm going to keep 15 gold, but take 6 plat from the underkeep and put 60 gold back.
you just change our. Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, I just moved it to the underkeep, the silver. Do you want to do something else with it?
Okay, cool. Sorry, no, I thought you were doing the exchange that Arissa was asking for.
No, I'm sorry. Repeat
She
that
said
exchange.
she said she takes 6 plat and she puts 60 gold in there to exchange.
From the underkeep
Yeah.
Yes.
and 60 gold. 10,663.
Thank you. Now I'm not carrying as many coins.
Okay.
And if Sorak or Tor wants to change their gold down a bit, if they've got too much gold on their person, they can welcome to do the same.
Okay, yeah. I'll take off 250 gold and 20 and exchange it for 25 plat.
Did you get that, Mark?
Nope. Sorry, I was looking at your parcel items. I'm sorry. Say one more time, Tor.
Yeah, 25 plat exchange, or 250 gold exchange for 25 plat.
250 gold. Oh my goodness. 10, 9, 13. Oh, come on. And you took
25.
25.
126.
Oh, 126.
Oh, but you can leave it at 146. We don't mind.
No. Thank you for staying honest.
Dagger with inscriptions. There should be 5 of them, not 1.
Well, that's if nobody took them.
I just put them in there and took them out of my inventory. And please put them in the underkeep.
So now is there a total of 6 or there's just 5?
5.
The casket of tobacco. Anybody carrying that?
That will stay there for now.
Underkeep?
Yeah, let's keep the underkeep.
Ointment of beautiful healing.
We should probably carry that.
Anybody know what it does other than heal?
Wait, I don't even know what it does. It sounds vaguely familiar. Shoot. Description.
Should we put the small black marbles down here?
If I want to carry them, I don't see why otherwise.
So there should be 24 of those. Opened valuables box of small black marbles.
So are you just dragging it and it's only putting one there?
Yeah, it'll only drag one at a time.
Oh, I see.
I'm looking at this and I'm just carrying a ridiculous amount of stuff and realizing I need to take some stuff off.
You have an unidentified amulet and that writ of passage. What are you doing with those two things?
Rid of passage for carrying. You'd move that to my inventory if you like. Or I will.
Yeah, thanks.
Does anybody remember about the 8 pyramidal obsidian dice?
I think that was before me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't remember. I think maybe you got that from that first adventure where we all died, except you. I'm not sure.
Excuse me. I believe that's from the witch.
From the witch.
Okay, I thought so. I thought it was more recent. There should be 8 of them.
Why don't we carry that? It's not hardly huge. I'm not up for leaving strange.
Okay, great. So somebody else carry it then, because there's a ridiculous amount of stuff that I'm carrying.
And Sorak, take the obsidian dice if Arista's not carrying them. For splitting our stuff a bit.
I don't see the dice.
They're in the
there they
They're
are.
at the
Yep,
top.
I got you. And Sorak, I wonder what they do if you roll them.
Sarek, it would be incredibly bad if you tried to roll them.
Really? How do you know?
Dice.
How do you know?
Sorry, those are not dice. Dice have 6 sides. Those only have 4.
And they belong to a witch.
Yeah. Well, then why am I carrying them?
Because I'm done carrying them. My turn is over. I have this bundle of letters. They were Mara's letters, right?
Yes.
Does anyone feel strongly about me continuing to carry Mara's letters?
They don't mean anything much to us, only to you.
Great. I'm going to put them in the underkeep, I guess.
Okay, because you're offloading all this stuff, but we're talking about needing to move it all.
I know, but I'm carrying so much. My encumbrance hasn't gone down yet. I see why. It's because of what I'm carrying and where.
Yeah, you have to change that to if you're wearing it, equipped it, or if it's yeah, carried, equipped, or just empty, blank. The little radio button there was out to the far right of each inventory item.
Yeah, I think it isn't measuring that properly because I don't think it is.
Okay, can we make a move to
Yeah.
the caverns?
Yeah, I think
Mhm.
carrying or equipped, it's still counting it in encumbrance.
Yeah, the encumbrance isn't calculated properly. Normally, it should count things less if they're in a pack.
Yeah.
There's a special way to calculate for that, and it doesn't seem to be working in Fancy Grounds.
Yeah, no, that's not the problem. It's actually not counting anything that I have in a pack. Well, unless it's a weapon. But at the same time, it's um, counting everything that I am wearing and carrying.
Oh, that's correct. That's correct. Your EV is anything you're wearing, anything you're carrying, except if it's in a pack, your pack has a specific EV value that it counts instead of all the items in it. The problem is the packs have quantities of stuff that they can carry, but the adventurer's backpack doesn't respect that. So if you put all the stuff from the adventurer's backpack into a pack, it kind of overloads it, and then the game starts adding stuff back into your inventory as EV, which I think it shouldn't. And I think that the adventurer's backpack shouldn't have overloaded their packs. But yeah, that's a personal thought. I try not to think about. I try to keep EV sensible, but I don't worry about it too much. I don't know how much Mark wants us to worry about it.
Yeah, I find the only way to really make it work is if you just have the inventory entry for, like in my case, a cleric backpack, put the EV in the EV column for that, and then just go down and clear the radio button out for everything that's inside the EV.
That's a
The
good
EV,
point.
yeah, the backpack's supposed to encompass everything that's listed. So otherwise, you get a crazy wrong number.
Yeah, and that's my case. Anyway, to the caverns or not?
Yeah.
Okay. And as I said, on the way to the caverns, I'm going to keep an eye out for herbs for this new recipe that I've got.
All right. Are you ready to roll yet, Arista?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're leaving our stash here for now.
Yes, until
Is
we
that what I heard?
identify a better location.
Okay. Take a note of that real quick. And how, by the way, by the by, I know we probably talked about this before, but how are you securing stash in?
Well, in the past, Alcius was locking the doors for us, but now he's disappeared. We're kind of stuck.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Unless anyone has a way of locking doors. If we were
Let me check
kind of
real
counting
fast.
on him, and for him just to disappear like that on us makes it rather challenging.
So, Jen, you don't have the knock spell, do you?
Nope.
Let me look. Let me look.
Oh. Okay.
Jen?
I have invisibility.
But that has a relatively
Cast
short
it.
duration, no?
Yeah.
Well, not only that, it doesn't actually work if you put something down.
For me, this makes it more important we find a new location for this stuff. Maybe we can find somewhere in the caverns, but even then, if we have no spell to seal it in.
Okay, so here's my suggestion. We rig up something that will dump a bag of dust of the Sandman on whomever opens the door or tries to open the door.
Well, it's still a relatively short-term solution.
Yeah, but maybe it'll scare them away from going through it.
Let's see. Anybody know off the top of your head the duration of the Glyph of Warding spell? I have access to that. Oh, look.
Right offhand.
Well, it lasts until discharge, so it takes 10 minutes to cast.
25 by
So
25.
Yeah, just need a gemstone, approximate 200 gold value. Probably a diamond or a pearl would be for 2 of us.
Well, the rune mark has heard of a rune called Minor Dimension, but he doesn't know it. It's a rune he's going to keep an eye out for.
So, Glyph of Warning seems to be okay. It seems to be something. It basically traps the door. 1d4 damage per caster level. Or we can charge it with a single spell of up to 3rd level. So, like if Arista, you had something particularly damaging, you could. I'm assuming if Mark allows it, you could cast that into my glyph, and then maybe that would be more potent.
Maybe fireball,
But that's
perhaps?
probably best.
Particularly damaging? You're looking for something damaging, like fireball?
Well, yeah, that probably would be good. But
That does
not a
1d6 damage per level
Yeah, that
over
beats the
40 feet.
that definitely tops the blast glyph that I can cast. So if I cast the glyph of warding once we get the stuff, and then you cast the fireball or whatever spell you think is best in there, then the room is protected with a fireball spell.
The only problem though is the fireball going to destroy anything in the room?
Well, it basically let's see, hang on just a second.
So we should really put the glyph outside the room.
Yeah, we could put it on the floor right in front of the door or something like that, or on the door
What's the
itself.
door made of, Mark?
It's a heavy wooden door.
Yeah, maybe not right outside the door.
Well, if the
Small.
fireball results in, okay.
I was gonna say if a small child wanders by. No.
It's a small child down here. They deserve everything they get.
Yeah. Well, they got away from Mama and Daddy because Mom and Daddy are up top with the refugees, and the small child was adventuring because he's bored because there's just nothing but boring adults around. He
Why
finds
don't we fill it? Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Why don't we put it in this room here?
Which room?
Oh, the one in the middle there, to the west of the stash room.
How are we gonna lock the
Because
doors?
that's even easier
Or
to
east,
find
east.
than the stash room.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if we blow up whomever goes into this room, then they're not going to make it to the stash room.
Oh, I see.
Right. You mean put the
The glyph.
explodey thing. Yeah. Or just put it on the corridor, this side of that room, because that room is a kind of a junction to get between the other exits of the tunnel. So
Yeah, we just have to make sure that it's not within 40 feet of the door to the stash room.
Well, that's roughly 8 squares, so.
So roughly where I'm standing is fine. If you put it on the middle of the floor where I'm standing now.
Okay, then we'll fireball that spot.
Oh, poor Timothy.
Poor Timmy.
Tiny Tim.
So exactly where I am now. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. But we need, and what triggers this so we can avoid that we trigger it ourselves.
Yeah, so basically, we can set it to permit or ward against specific individual or individuals. Not gonna worry about that. Specific groups or series of groups. Basically, we could just say it could be set to admit only characters of certain face or alignments or carrying certain items. Those kinds of things. We could pretty much key it to allow no one but us.
Okay, I could
Trigger it through a
also
password.
put a rune down but I don't see any runes that's gonna. Ooh, How long do the chains of Trigo last?
Hmm.
I don't think they came with a duration of those. You gave them to me, but they didn't come with a duration.
See if I. Codex of Air and Page.
Yeah, that's what you told me, but I didn't find anything there meaningful. I think it just inspired you where someone used some chains descending down to make a prism. You said, you can have such a rune.
Give me a second. I am going to look through my.
So we can actually set this glyph to trigger by password as well. That's probably the best idea. Just come up with a password amongst us. Something strange.
Weird. Digital.
Oh, hang on. The spell that goes into the spell glyph has to be one that I know. Damn it.
Ah.
What does that
Unless
mean?
there's some way around it. I don't know fireball, basically.
Oh,
So unless you know glyph of warding. But still, I
Nope.
mean, I can find something damaging.
Timmy is saved.
In Discord, you said you
For
were
now.
thinking chains of carcere, but without the trademark. But I don't know what chains of carcere is.
Oh, okay. I recall now where this came from. So the chains would be. Um, They would be generally unbreakable by normal means, and they would be in depth. They would essentially be um, physically manifest indefinitely.
Okay,
So
and would I be able to remove them with a rune? Because otherwise, it's quite a brutal.
yeah,
I can't remove it if I ever trap anyone. They're trapped forever, sort of thing.
right. No, you could obviously cast sort of the inverse of the rune. Maybe draw it upside down or somehow inverted to remove it.
Let's do that then. Where my character is placed on the floor, I will cast a. Oh no, but I'm gonna have to use a static rune. I tell Sorak Armor Runicus to remove one of his static runes off his armor that he never uses anyway. I will activate his rune with the keyword, which
Yeah.
frees up one static rune, and then I will put where I'm standing there at the entrance to here one chain Trigel triggered to react if anyone walks through that space.
What? Oh, okay. So you're going to combine it with another rune. It's some sort of trap rune.
Yes,
Okay.
I would say with arrest motion. Does that work? Arrest motion tethered with as a trigger. So
Mhm.
once it triggers with some motion, then it triggers chains of. Or I can trigger it with watchful eye. Sorry, got watchful eye. So I will have watchful eye tethered with chains of Trigel.
Okay.
So as soon as someone steps over that space, it will cast chains of Trigel on that spot.
What's the effect of that chains spell?
It basically chains descend from above, making a bird-like prison made of unbreakable chains. So if anyone steps there, they will be trapped by those chains.
And how long does it last?
Indefinitely.
Definitely. The chains
Okay,
become
so
sort of real. And go ahead. What's your question?
so what's the area? I'm just wondering if I need to cast the glyph spell or if this is going to take care of everything.
No, it's 3 runes. So I use Watchful Eye, which is similar to what you're saying your thing is.
Glyph.
Watchful Eye is a kind of a monitoring rune. And Watchful Eye will trigger a linked rune, which in this case chains of Trigel if someone steps over it.
So that someone is chained. If there's more than one
That
person in the
someone
group,
will
are they
then be
chained as well?
trapped in those chains. Yeah.
Right. Kind of a one-time thing, just kind of like your glyph as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just wondering how much area of effect the chain spell affects. Is it just the one guy or is it the whole group?
Just the one guy, but then it's in the middle of the corridor, so it's kind of blocking off the corridor.
Yep.
Not fully, but it's quite a squeeze to get past, I'd imagine. And would you be in a hurry to squeeze past once you see it do that to someone?
So that sounds good to me.
Yeah, and then we just have to make sure that do we have a way to tell us that somebody's been caught?
Well, we come back here fairly often, and this is only to keep it as long as we haven't found a new place for the stasher.
Okay, I'm just, hoping nobody's going to starve to death.
Timmy. You come back and there's a husk of a small child.
Fine. We'll maybe leave a little flask of water next to the rune.
Yeah, let's do that. You know what? Let's do that. I have some rations, So we'll leave some rations and some food and some water.
Well, now you're more like a bait, like a trap.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look it. I don't want to go in there. Yeah, but look it. Just across the threshold, there's a bottle of
There's
water
free
and some
food.
food. Free food. And I'm so hungry, Timmy. No, Bobby, I'm telling you, it's a bad idea. Come on, Timmy. Bobby grabs Timmy's hand. They step forward. Shink, 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 shink.
But at least they have food.
Well, I hope the food was worth it. No, it tastes like crap. It tastes like commissary food.
Hardtack.
Yeah, it's hardtack.
Okay, it's going to have to do for now because it's one of my precious static runes used up. It's cost Sorak his armor runicus.
Okay. Now that we've laid this elaborate trap to guard your stash against intruders coming in one direction.
Well, the only other direction is through the grate, so yeah.
Hey, Mark, can you do me a favor and put on the party sheet in the underkeep the ruby encrusted scepter?
Wow, you have all this weird and wonderful stuff.
I know, just weird stuff. Why am I carrying all of this?
I don't see it. Where do you see it?
What is the point? Why are you carrying it? And where did you get it from? And why didn't you find out what the hell it is?
We had it early on. It was in my treasure list. I just deleted it from my treasure list because it wasn't something. It wasn't something I could drag and drop.
Oh, it didn't have was it ID'd?
Yeah, it's just ruby encrusted scepter.
Hmm.
It was from like the Mara's space, wasn't it?
Oh.
Yeah, did you ever ID it though? That's alright.
Apparently not.
Baratan says to the others, we need to stop letting Arissa carry around with this crap.
Yeah, I'm
Whoever
carrying way
puts
too much
stuff
stuff,
up
guys.
needs to figure out what it is.
Right.
So yeah. So we're rapidly running out of time, and we still haven't headed to the cavern. So kind of, let's go.
Let's get moving.
One second. Sorry. Okay. So, to the caverns. We have horses, I heard.
I do.
Yes.
Sounds reasonable. And
Ah, crap! I've used another 3 runes, haven't I? I've got to cross those off.
I believe you said you wanted to go to L.
Yeah.
Alright, let me make a couple of checks.
Oh, we missed D. I didn't realise we missed D entirely. I would have said D if I knew. Is that going to be a problem for you, Mark, if we change to D?
D. Where is D? D is in
Right
dog.
on the east side, near E, near what we explored on the south side.
Oh. That's up to you. Do you guys feel like you really want to explore D?
Well, I'd rather get the stuff this end dealt with first. What do you guys think?
Pete's a
fine with
little
me.
obsessive about being compulsive.
Yeah,
We could do D.
east to west. Okay, let's do D.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds.
I thought we'd already done it, which is why I skipped over it mentally because I just saw the letter and then saw all the caverns near it, and I was like, "Oh, we must have done that." No, I looked at it carefully. We didn't.
Okay, hang on a second. Oops. Not there. There. Alrighty. Clarify. I see some. Wrong way. Okay, so your journey to the caverns remains uneventful. And as you approach D, your nose is assaulted with a somewhat offensive smell. Smells mildly of dung, perhaps mixed with yak fur, yak fur, or maybe oxen fur.
Can we have tokens, please?
What's that?
We don't have any tokens.
Oh, you don't. That's right. Why don't you have tokens?
You tell me.
All right, how's that?
That's good.
We have tokens. All right. So after having gone up that pipe, I'm like, you know what? Sorak, why don't you take a peek in there?
Why
Real quick
me?
before it does,
Oh, go ahead.
I'll
Well,
take a peek.
you're fearless.
I'll take a peek with my enhanced sense of
Okay.
smell. I'm gonna try to get further identification, see if it's recent, that kind of stuff.
You could take. Let me see. Sort of a monster check. Trying to remember if you've recalled this smell before. So I think all of you, if you wanted to, could make either an intelligence or wisdom check. Okay.
Give me a second. I gotta unbury the character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I rolled the wrong thing. That should have been an intelligence check, not a wisdom. So it's one more.
Okay, I was gonna say. Okay, Tor and Sorak kind of look at each other. They kind of nod their heads slightly, and at 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 one time they both say, um, Sorak will say troll, and Tor will say ogre. Like they thought they were going to say the same thing, but it's hard to mimic, obviously, with one voice. But troll ogre. What? No, I thought it was troll.
I swear it was an ogre.
No, I'm thinking troll.
As long as we burn it, whatever it is.
So, is it just a straight shaft, or does it curve out of sight, or can we move in a little bit?
It looks like. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you could see a little bit from where you're at. You could see that. Um, yep, that's as far as you can tell right there.
All right. I'll move up to here then, cautiously look inside, left and right.
Barton's preparing his spear. If he comes too close, going to jab it.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like to his right, there's it kind of continues down the hallway for a little bit. Left. And you can. It seems like the smell is a bit stronger to the left.
Okay, so I'll turn back to the group and sort of whisper that, which way smells stronger to the left.
Well, peek around to the right. What do you see?
Move up to there and peek.
A doorway at the end to the right, and an open room.
Okay, so we have sort of daylight coming in here to this point. Is that how I'm seeing this?
Yeah. So daylight's you're getting daylight up to that wall and just a few feet beyond in either direction, and then there are no other light sources beyond that.
Okay, so I will turn to the group and say I can't see any further. The daylight extends to here. Either we need to bring up a lantern or give me some time for my vision to shift. What would you prefer?
Let's wait a moment for your vision to shift.
All right, so
Barton will also be stepping into the cavern a little bit, so his eyes are already adapting. Hey, Sora, come on in.
I'm not sure I want to. There's trolls inside.
Since when are you afraid of trolls?
Yeah.
Have any fire?
You know, just a couple of hours ago, you crawled through a tube completely naked. What are you worried about?
She does have a good point.
I know, but I'm more sober now, and I'm starting to feel a little chilly. Plus,
Quick, somebody give him some beer.
Trolls.
So we spend a minute adapting our vision, and once done, I'll move a little further into this room.
Okay. And
these caverns are kind of cramped. I'm changing over to my bow, putting my slinging my spear back onto my back and taking the bow up.
in the corner, in somewhat of a semi-neat pile, there are all manner of bones, well gnawed. Various states of decay. There's obviously a smell that's coming from them. Rotting meat, perhaps.
Okay, so semi-recent then.
Yep. Although some of the bones look like they've been there for quite a while.
What time of the day is it, by the way?
It is afternoon, well into the afternoon, late afternoon. I should be closer to evening because it takes you a while to get here. So, we'll say the sun is going to set probably in an hour.
Okay. Then I will move cautiously into this room and inspect the door here.
Okay. Give me a wisdom check. Very nice. You hear what sounds like loud snoring coming from beyond the room.
Can I determine if it's from more than one individual?
Very good question. Yes, with your roll, yep, it sounds like two. You hear.
All right. And is there any sense of mass? Maybe it's a larger creature or smaller?
Oh wow, we're starting to push it. Just how much I'm
Yeah,
trying to
I
get
don't
all
know
I
my
can. Well, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I don't know what my role was, so I just keep asking till you say no.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you did roll it at the tower. You didn't roll the other one, so I thought I didn't realize you'd roll this one.
Oh,
No, you could. Let's see. You can tell that there are two distinct snoring creatures, and that smell you think is really strongly of ogre. Fight with the door.
okay. Then I will cautiously, very cautiously, move back to Veritan and whisper my findings to him.
And I whisper it back to Sorak and ask him to whisper it back to Arista.
Two sleeping ogres. Thorak will say, there's two sleeping trolls ahead.
I knew he was going to do that.
What's over here? Not really sure.
May I? And I'll
Yeah,
make a move to see if I can.
I'll get ready for those trolls.
You do that. I'd be waiting a while though.
There's a couple of trolls ahead.
No, they're ogres.
Do you need me to fireball them?
Not yet. Not yet.
You
Not
do-
in
Okay.
this limited space, no.
You do not hear anything really here. You do notice that the floor, there are some sort of naturally worn paths in the floor. It looks like paths lead from this door to the cave entrance. They also lead straight across to the other.
So once again, I'll move over here and whisper my findings to Sorak. Or not Sorak, that's Veritan.
I hiss it back to Sorak and hiss it up to the cave entrance where I assume Arista is standing outside. So what do you think? We take out the ogres first?
I feel that would be most tactful. Or most
Is the
tactfully
door
correct.
locked or you didn't try it?
Did not try it. Was frightened I would awaken them.
So Sorak, you up for some ogres?
No, but I'm up for some trolls.
I lay a wager, but I'm not the betting kind.
Wait, let me get some little bit of liquid courage here. Bless myself with my own drink. Take out a
Oh, did you say bless?
blessings via of the liquid kind.
Oh,
Does he have?
oh, okay.
He has a bless. I suppose he would probably cast it about now.
I can't bless, but do you want haste?
Why does he not have spells?
Not just yet. Not just yet. Hold it until we're ready to face them.
Oh, he doesn't get spells till like third or fourth level.
So go slow, not haste.
Just chill. Chill.
So,
When we're ready, then you can haste us.
so perhaps I heard him muttering under his breath a little bit about blessing, and I'll just put a cautionary hand up and say, look, I'll take care of it. You save your assets for later. That's in a whisper, and then I will cast blessed on the group.
Okay. And how are you going to open the door? Assuming that you are going to.
Yeah, just so everybody knows that that's a +1 to hit, +1 saves versus fear for bless. Can we tell which way the door opens? Does it open into the room away from us?
It's detail. These details.
I know, I'm a pain.
It opens outward towards you.
Okay, towards me. Okay, I got it. All right. So then, what we could do, and I'll sort of whisper this to Sorak, if I snatch the door open, and you can charge within, and I'll be with you as well.
Yeah. Actually, let me revise that because I just realized it wouldn't be opening from the outside because the jeez, am I thinking of the
It's like an entry door. It pushes in.
yeah, it would want it. You would want it to open inward. That way, you don't have the not the hasp. What's the word I'm looking for? Oh my god.
Lock. Hinge.
Hinge. The hinges are on the inside, so you can't open the door by just popping the hinges. So it opens. It opens inward,
Okay.
being an
All right.
exterior door.
So that's sort of, we'll modify the plan somewhat. Basically, I'll
Yeah.
just I'll test the door very gently first, and then if it appears to be unlocked, I'll throw it open, and he and I will assail whatever lies beyond, presumably.
Okay.
And I'll look back to make sure the others are ready. And I'll sort of whisper that back to Veritan so he knows what's going on as well.
Thorax gonna.
Veritan, make sure he's got a line of sight through the door. So I'm stepping right on top of where Thor is at the moment. But I guess Thor's going to be moved by the.
Yeah. Thorax gonna ask, "What? How are you gonna open the door again?"
I'm going to trigger the latch or the knob or whatever it is and throw it into the room beyond. Just push it into the room beyond.
But what
Throw
if
it
it's
or
locked?
slowly, gently push it.
Well, that's what I said, Sorak. I was whispering into your ear. I said I'm going to test it first to see if it's locked, and then that would obviously cause us to amend our plan if it were. But if it isn't locked, then that is the plan. You sure you're not drunk?
Oh, I'm ready to take on these trolls.
All right, trolls it is then.
Now, who's going first? You're going first. I'm going first.
Well, we're going to test the door first, and then the plan is to throw it open, and then you and I dash in.
Why don't we just knock?
Because they're sleeping.
Yeah, you don't want to wake them up when they're sleeping.
Well, maybe we don't want to wake them at all.
Precisely. We want them to die.
Okay, Sorak, tell us, are they evil? Can you detect evil?
Let me
Do you-
check. Yeah, there's some evil there.
So do you want to kill them?
Yeah, probably.
Let's go.
No such thing as a good living troll. So let's get going.
So I'll cautiously test the door just to see if it appears locked.
Mm-hmm. And it does appear locked. Looks like a very crude lock, though. In fact, the door looks quite crude. Looks like perhaps you could even bust it down with some effort.
Okay. Is it something that Sorek and I could team up on?
Sure. Do
Okay.
18 DCs of strength checks.
You're busting through the door, so should I be back here ready to throw a fireball? Just saying.
The space is small. Do you think fireball is a good spell in here?
I don't know how big the room behind it is.
Well, it's a good thing that you and I both have primes for our stats, because between the two of us, we kicked this door wide open.
But to be fair, mine is not prime. Mine is secondary.
Yours is, yeah. I thought secondary. I thought secondary was your second prime. Well, there you go.
No,
I
no,
still
you
can't seem to get it.
2 primes. That's all
Well, it's a good thing mine is prime anyway.
right.
With your weak kicking,
certain.
yeah. But and the door swings open, kind of with a loud thud. Which I think you should be able to see more because both of you have. You see it. You see the bend there, and you can see what looks like. There's some more half-eaten pieces on the ground. Actually, let me see. That's 15. That's 10, 15. You guys can see. There, asleep on the pallet, are two large ogres. They're both dressed very simply with loincloths, and one of them has a loin bra. I mean, a leather hide bra. Let me see.
It's a troll family.
Trolls that live together die together.
Well, good thing these are ogres then.
Yeah, same thing.
Same thing applies.
And they both appear to be slumbering peacefully, or were slumbering peacefully until the door swung open, loud clang, noise, and they both sort of slowly come awake. So I would say you have a surprise round.
That's perfect timing.
I think Tor and I are in the wrong places. We should be swapped over if he was breaking the door.
Um,
I think you moved one of our tokens and moved me back, so
did I move you back?
I don't know. Yeah, that makes more sense.
Where does not go? Yeah, sure. Tor and Sorak up front, so they should go first. Okay. So Tor.
Okay. So they appear awake, but aware. I mean, awake, but sort of alarmed. So we're getting a surprise round. You say?
Yeah, I would say they're not even. They don't even appear to completely grasp the situation. They sort of their eyes are slowly opening and they're glancing around and they're sort of glancing towards you at the door. They may not quite recognize what has happened yet.
Okay, so it's highly unlikely that I can cover that whole distance. I'm going to cast Shield of Faith this round, in the surprise round, I should say,
Okay.
and then just a normal move.
Does it look big enough for me to cast Fireball?
No.
I expel an audible sigh.
Don't you have anything smaller?
Yeah, I'll pull out the arrows.
Well, Sorak will waste no time and he'll come in. Could he charge? I don't think he could charge. There's too much bend, not enough movement, so he's just going to come in and swing normally. Does he do a big axe? He's an axe guy.
That's his thing.
And he damage.
Spark, on the surprise one, we get our normal quota of actions, so an
Yep.
attack and a move.
Yep.
Okay, then my move will put me up here.
Yeah. Okay. So you're casting and then you're. Gotcha.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Okay, I think that's Sorak. Over 2 doesn't quite get the move yet, and then Arista. A little hard to see what's happening in the room for you right now. Oh no, it took so long the wizard fell asleep.
I'm sorry, I forgot that I have to push to talk. I think I'm gonna move. Can I get that far?
Sure. As a move, yes. And you can either move again or cast a spell.
I'm gonna cast a spell.
Fireball?
No, acid arrow. So I get to make a ranged attack. Not sure how to do that from. And deal 2d4 levels of acid damage. It's 2d4 for every 2 levels of acid damage.
Yeah, and are you level 4?
I'm only level 3, I believe.
Okay.
So we're looking at a
just 2 levels.
2d4. But does it hit automatically?
Acid.
It's a ranged.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I was going to say, I'm reading it as a ranged touch. So it's just like you throwing your sling or something like that, unless you have a modifier, your spell cast.
Yeah. But they don't get any dex bonus or shield bonus. It's
So
really basic AC.
Right, so right now you're just hitting. Well, just roll it.
Okay, so I'm going to roll my sling, but it's going to be the arrow.
Which one are you shooting
That's a
at?
question.
No, okay. So if you're casting with the acid arrows, I would say, I have not used these in forever. I'm thinking of the way to imagine it is you're just like throwing an arrow in your hand. It magically manifests itself, and you're just sort of dual targeting. Splitting the targets? Okay. AC.
Okay, so I just rolled the sling, but I'm not using the sling.
What was the base roll? 14. That'll hit.
So to be clear, the addition comes in the duration. It doesn't give you more arrows. You just get one arrow and it lasts longer. The higher level you are.
Oh, you get they get acid damage on the next turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So it's
Good
better
move
for
using
what-
acid against trolls.
Thorak will say, "Yeah, hit them with acid. That way they can't regenerate."
He is drunk.
These trolls are
So-
going down.
So I'm sorry, am I rolling damage?
Yeah, 2d4. Nice shooting text.
Did you see they landed on top of each other too?
All right. Well, Ogre 2 is, let's call Ogre 2. Which one is this? Ogre 2 is the man. Let's see, Ogre male. Or female.
So because I'm level 3, it's gonna extend into the next round, right?
No, he'd have to be
Yeah.
level. No, I thought it was
Yeah.
every 2.
Well,
two
at first level it would do 1, and then at third level it would do 2. No?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Your
says
answer is in the
two
bottom there.
rounds at 3rd to 4th level. So 3rd and
You'll get
4th
another
level,
round.
it does
Oh,
2 rounds. So it does
okay.
1 more round of damage.
So level rounded up.
Yeah. It looks like it. Yeah.
Well, no,
Right.
level 1 is you get it, and then for each 2 levels after level 1, it lasts for 1 additional round.
There you go. Okay, that makes some sense. All right, fine. Anything else, Arista? Now that you're shooting acid arrows at the backs of 2 of your party members.
Yeah, I got no problem with that. You know,
Okay.
Tor can handle it. I'm just shooting over Sorak. How's that?
Yep.
I mean, that's easy. They are trolls. They're really tall, and he's really short.
When you're done, can
We
you
got
hit
called trolls all the way through this fight.
when you're done, can you hit end turn?
Can I what?
Can you hit the next actor when you're done?
Well, arrow at the bottom of the combat tracker.
Bottom left of the combat, yeah. Woohoo!
I learned something.
Yes, sir.
Severtan would just move up and hug this wall. Can I see the female ogre from here?
Yep. You have a clear line of sight
I will shoot her.
right
Way to
over
spread
Tor.
that damage.
I'm an equal. Well, the male might be difficult. I would want to stand where you're standing. But, from here, I'll take the female. This is black feathered arrows, by the way. Sorry, it says silver, but it's black feathered.
You notice the arrows sort of almost once it hits, it almost like it buries itself further in. You see a look of shock on the ogre's face.
Need to figure out what these arrows are.
All right. Anything else?
That's it. Not much else I can do. It's my turn.
All right. Top of the order, ogre females. Like, oh, damn it, intruders again. Max, I told you to fix that door. No, she doesn't say.
He says, "Ow!"
She reaches over and grabs her club. Well, let's see. Uh, yeah, it's going to take her a moment to stand up. She won't have time to grab her club. She will just try to hit. There we go. And misses. Fire time.
Shoot her again. Black fletched again.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, this is a much shorter fight than I expected. Uh,
So max plus D4 or? What are you using there?
max plus D4 plus it being a black arrow.
Okay, so that's 14 damage plus the black arrow.
She is quite a bit confused why it hurts so much.
Why? Why does it hurt so? Why?
I don't see wounded as a. Anyway. Ogre male. He sees these arrows hitting his mate. He decides to thunder us, push the dwarf and the orc aside as he charges through. How to do this? He'll do strength check. Dwarf and against. Oh. Alright, he manages to push his way through the two of you. Pushes Sorak sort of back out of the way. Why are we not grabbing token? Oh, because it's farther north. Okay, back to it. So he looks over at his mate, sees her barely clinging to life. You need to see rage cover his face. So he just thunders and pushes the dwarf out of the way and actually manages to smash Tor up against the wall. Tor can take 2 points of damage, and he just charges down this hallway. He will take another swipe at the mage, just manages to push her slightly out of the way. And that will be it. His action was pushing things out of his way. Alright, Arista.
Goodness gracious, I feel like I should smack him.
Good.
I think he should. Don't have any spells to put him down, like fireball.
Fireball would work.
I could, but that would kill all of us too. So
I don't think so.
actually, you know what I'm going to do? I think I'm going to put him to sleep. Try to put him to sleep. Then we can deal with him later. So Dust of the Sandman, the range is 15 feet. He's right next to me. So
That's me and you in the area. I wouldn't do that, are we? He
All
puts
right.
me to
I'll just smack him. It's about time I rolled well.
Mark, does the damage from her acid arrow trigger on her turn this round or on her
You,
attack?
no, it'd be on her turn, so she can roll for the staff attack and the once you roll for the acid attack first. 2d4. Wow.
Oh,
He's not feeling good, but he's still standing. I'm still standing. Ouch.
whoa!
Ouch.
This is a
Ouch.
monster.
I'm on fire.
I'm now falling. Crushing one of you. Let's see. Does he fall? Oh, we'll say is a 2 in 6 chance of falling on one of you. Oh, he does. Fantastic. So which one? 50-50. So 1 through 3, it'll be on Vartan.
Well, I'm just hitting him, so I'm smacking him out of my way, clearly.
Okay. As you hit him with his staff, you can see the light fading from his eyes, and he looks over at you with just a look of horror and shock, and then fear, and he starts to slump forward and he falls into you. So why don't you give me a dexterity check?
Does my luck hold?
You can roll in the open.
I did. It didn't roll. I mean, it rolled. It just didn't. I don't know.
Just double click on the thing. Oh, I was a 17 for so long before it rolled over, right?
I know, and the
They
last one was actually 1 point higher. So
So 8 plus 22, and you got 20. Just missed it. You can take 1 point of crushing damage as the ogre falls forward onto you. Thorak. Oh, he's torn. Does he go after that troll or this troll? I think he's gonna press forward on this troll. And he
Yeah,
is
trust the wrist. She's got it.
targeting Tor. We don't know. Something again. Why are we not clearing my targets? Come on. Clear targets. Thank you. There we go. Alright, where'd you go? That. Wow. I think that's gonna make him sad that he's missed after so many hits.
I don't think it's going to help, but a 10 doesn't hit, right? Because he's got the +1 from the blood spell on him.
No, 10 does not hit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's gonna actually kind of blow Sorak's mind because he's just so used to hitting. Made like 50 out of the last 50 hits, so.
Okay.
Next.
All right. I'm just going to attack with my flail, the female.
Nice. Oh, she's very upset now.
Probably.
Just saw her mate go down. Cruel intruders that just came in and
Okay, what sort of situation is Arista in at the moment? Is she just been squashed a bit and she's likely to get out, or is she looking completely flattened by this ogre?
the ogre is leaning on her, so she will need to kind of wriggle out. She could wriggle out. I mean, it's not like she couldn't
Okay,
help
she
herself.
doesn't need urgent assistance. That's my point.
Probably not.
Okay, then I'll shoot the female again.
She doesn't need help. I'm not going to give it to her.
She'll be fine. No,
Oh
flubbed
no!
it.
And shot into melee. So now we need to
Should have
see.
helped Arista.
Roll a d6, and on 1 to 3, you hit your arrow flies near Tor, and a 4 to 5 or 6. All right, and then roll another attack, please.
With all bonuses?
Yeah, with everything you just rolled, just re-roll, make another roll. Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Oh, I guess the sworn, it wouldn't have worked with the sworn part. Okay, but anyway. No, it would
I
have,
didn't
because
swear I didn't swear anyway.
you
These
didn't
are all
swear.
non-sworn.
Okay, yeah, I see. It barely misses Tor, misses the female ogre, flaps against the back wall, and Arista. Oh, I'm sorry, was there anything else, Farton?
No, I'll step my turn through. Oh no, I'll drop my. Can I drop my bow with the rest of my round, ready to draw the
Yep.
spear next round?
Yep.
Okay, I'll drop my bow, ready to draw the spear and use it next round.
Dropping a weapon takes almost no action at all.
Yeah, but I just want to make sure I can draw the spear and use it next round
Mm-hmm.
without any movement. Okay.
All right, Arista.
Okay, so I would like to make a step to my right.
So you're going to need to wriggle out
Wriggle.
from the ogre first. So let's do this. Make a dexterity check. If you make it, then you're standing upright and you have. Oh, okay. Well, you eventually wriggle out, but you're now on the ground with only half your action left. So basically, you could stand with that action, or try to shoot from prone.
Yeah, I'm going to stand up.
Okay. Now you're standing.
Yeah, but I'm not going to jump up and down.
Anything else?
No, I think I'm out of things I could do.
All right. The female ogre going to, having seen her husband fall, going to take the same, or mate rather. Going to do the same thing. So she's going to shoves past. And again, she pushes the dwarf back just a little bit. And last time. She pushed past 4. Is it a D4 or a D6? d4. So he will push Tor again up against the wall, body slamming him for 4 points of damage. She will charge
Ow.
Arista. And she's out of action because she used all that to push people out of the way. Zorak doesn't have enough room for a charge, but he will move forward and attack from the rear.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, that will do it. I'm not even going to bother figuring that out. Just splits her wide open from along the back, from head
She
to
got to die with her love.
hips.
That's all that's important.
Oh,
Fingers reach out.
but she was mushing forward. So the question is, does she fall? She would certainly fall towards Arista. Arista, give me another dexterity save.
Oh no! Whoa!
Crushed beneath the two lovers.
Uh, 15 plus 6 is 21. Needed a 22.
Ouch.
What did I roll
Story
last
of
time?
my life.
What did I roll last time? E6? Six points of damage as the second ogre falls on you.
Ouch. Can I take a free action to slump on the ground?
Yes. You just want to fall into a heap with the two ogre lovers?
Well, yeah, because I'm 1 point from 0.
I'll move up and try to pull them off of her.
Okay. That'll save her from having to. She can take her time getting up. So.
Yeah, drag them back here toward their sleeping pad.
Mm-hmm. Just a note on time, we're 25 minutes over, so.
Yeah, I need to go.
Yep. So,
Okay.
want to pick it up
So
here? Go ahead.
Well, can we just round off with things that we might forget? So, bandage up Arista with a couple of bandages.
Yeah.
Well, we can. And then I will search for my arrows that I might forget. And then after that, I'm ready to leave it so we can search the corpses or search the room. Looking for recovering arrows and bandaging, I'd rather get done now before we forget.
What do the bandages do?
1d2 plus character plus another one if the person bandaging makes a class check. So, and you can have them up to four times within the round.
Yeah, two separate wounds, theoretically.
Okay.
Right,
I'll make
so
my
who's
class
doing
check.
the bandaging?
I will. So I'll do the class checks. Go. And yes, you get one more as well. I'll take those off my inventory, and I
Well,
fired
that's
three.
half health.
I fired three. Oh wow! I'm nearly out of bandages. That's a concern.
I'll kneel and cast a Cure Light Wound spell on Arista as well.
Oh, I would have saved my bandages then. Oh.
8 points, Arista.
Okay.
That fully
I,
heals
fi-
me.
I fired 3 arrows. How many do I retrieve?
Can you roll a d6? 5x2 and 1 arrow.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think that's it for urgent stuff that I don't want to leave until next time.
Okay. So we'll pick
Ooh, thank
up
you very much.
in the room. Right where we are.
All right.
Thank you very much. Have
Yeah.
a good one.
Good session, man. We'll
Speak
see
to
you
you
guys
next
next
week.
time.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Back in.
really enjoyed this one. Thanks, guys.
Good night, guys.